new viewers the story so far. Barty Wade, man of science and person of arrested development, husband, Benedict, and check writer to the fair and elegant Susan Elizabeth Catherine Wade. Barty is just as baffled as his awakening wife as to why she was found in bed the night before, and now the morning after, all pricked up in her glad rags. For the previous evening, Barty Don Juan Wade, believing himself temporarily free and safe from his squaw, had finally, and about time too, been about to bed his inamorata, the curvilinear Miss Nellie Bly. But unhappily for the lovers-to-be, their nocturnal engagement beneath the duck-down was most rudely interrupted by the somewhat unanticipated re-arrival home of an utterly shellacked Mrs. Wade.
Sleep tight.
And the consequences were one quick moonlight flit for the curvilinear Miss Bly, and one surprise, surprise, beneath the duvet for the capersome Mr. Wade.
Not tonight, Barty. Got a little bit of a headache.
Now read on.
You don't remember anything, do you? Not a thing. Barty! Barty!
Morning, Suze.
Morning, Barty.
Or would welcome home be a more appropriate salutation?
If that's the way you feel.
And welcome home. Unthread the rude eye of rebellion and welcome home again. Well?
Well, what?
Well, is it in order to ask where one has been?
I've been staying with a friend, a girlfriend, if you must know.
Oh, I see. And where were you last night, the night of the 20th?
Out.
Out. I see. And can you give me any indication at all of the events which led up to the discovery of your fully clothed body by your husband underneath the Sunday Times bargain offer duvet?
I told you. I was out.
You most certainly were, out to the world.
I don't see that it's any of your business.
Ah, in that case, madam, I must warn you that anything you might say may be taken down and used in evidence against you.
Why don't you have some puffed wheat with your sugar?
Why don't you tell me why you were found still fully clothed beneath the double downy?
I was very tired. Must have fallen asleep.
With a little help from old John Barleycorn, you'd been out in a toot.
Don't be so silly.
Why the fizzy pharmacopoeia?
Well, I've just got a very slight headache.
You had been out on the toot.
Well, if you really must know, we went to the pictures. Not that it's any of your business.
No, of course it isn't. No, Susan. Just because you happen to be my wife and disappear without trace for over a week, only to return and be found again fully costumed, coiffured, pantalooned, and stone-dead drunk unconscious in the bride bed, makes it none of my beeswax whatsoever.
You don't have to worry. I was not up to anything, and I told you I wasn't drunk. I was tired.
Then where had you been, Susan?
Does it really matter, Barty? Because I'm back on haven't I?
Yes, but for how long, Jim?
Well, that is something we shall just have to wait and see.
Oh, yes, and whatever you say, Myrna.
Don't you ever take anything seriously?
Only the lighter side of life. Oh, I've finished fixing up the intercom between here, the sitting room, and the den straight through. So if you want me in future, when I'm working, you won't have to stand howling like a banshee down the garden. Once on a high and windy hill, in the morning mist, two old men kissed, and it made them ill. Good morning. This is your captain speaking. I'd like another cup of coffee, please. Over.
Susan? Susan, I would like another cup of coffee, please. Susan?
Susan?
Hello, Susan.
Andy?
Is old Bartles around?
Well, he's working at the moment, Andy. He said he wasn't to be disturbed.
Not for Andy.
Well, it doesn't really matter. I wonder if you'd see it gets that. He left it behind the other evening.
Yes, of course. Andy, I wonder if you wouldn't mind coming in for a minute. I quite like a word.
Oh, yeah. Tucked away out in the old den, is he?
Yes, so we can talk quite safely.
Got you. You want to talk about last night?
In a manner of speaking, yes.
Yes. Touch the old Harry remorse, eh? Morning after, night before. My word, what a night, eh?
Was it?
Was it? Was it? Yes. You mean you don't remember anything? Mind you, taken on a skinful, I'm not surprised. Vodka, stingers.
Well, if you really want to know, the last thing I remember is meeting you at the party.
Ah, you don't remember coming back to my place?
No. Should I?
Oh, come on. You must remember the game of strip poker. You mean you don't remember the game of strip poker? What about the midnight dip, under the lawn sprinkler, all together in the all together?
Now, I think you're making all this up.
Now, why should I do such a thing, Susan?
Because you don't like me. You've never liked me.
Now, on the contrary, you've never liked me. At least, that's what I thought until last night.
What do you mean, until last night?
I mean, until last night.
You don't mean...
Absolutely.
Oh, God!
This is worse than crossroads.
I am sorry. Perhaps I shouldn't have said anything.
Andy, what exactly did we do last night?
You mean, what exactly didn't we do last night? You're an entirely different number after a glass of the old whoopee water, aren't you? I'll say.
And you mean we...
I'll say.
Oh, dear God in heaven. How did I get back here? Did you bring me?
Oh, no, you wouldn't let me. Last words you said as you flung open my front door were, "The night is young, I'm beautiful, and the world is my bloody oyster." They were your words, not mine. Now, I really should have taken you home, but by that time, of course, I was carrying a bit too much topsail myself.
Thank you.
But don't thank me, old girl. Thank you. You thanked me enough last night. Jolly good. Oh dear. Oh, wait till I tell Barty.
Hello, Andrew.
I have just done a very wicked thing to your wife.
Yes, you're telling me you have, Andrew.
Barty?
Yes, later, Nellie, later.
No, now, Barty.
Shh. Oh, I told you I wanted to watch that, Nellie.
And I've told you don't want to watch that. What you want to watch is it.
Sorry?
For your information, I'm not celebrating your long longed for, now finally arrived arrival into my life with a marathon teleview of programs for frustrated housewives. I give up.
The answer is a lemon.
Tell me more about Susan and Andy.
Well, there's not really much more to tell, Nellie Nix.
Do you really think they made the humpyback beast?
Well, it certainly doesn't sound as if they were playing tiddlywinks. No, I'd say the evidence as heard by my own fair shell-likes is pretty jolly conclusive. And as far as I'm concerned, that's it. I mean, marital stumps have been drawn. Game, set, and match.
Right, and have you said as much to Susan?
I mean, can you imagine Susan and Andy?
Barty, you do realise, don't you, Barty, that this leaves us in the clear?
I mean, poor old Andy. I mean, really, after the way she's always treated him. I mean, really.
We're still innocent parties.
She must have led him on. Andy, Susan must have led him on.
Oh, Barty takes two to rumpo.
But only one to lead.
Which, in my experience, is usually the man. Usually.
Well, come on. Nellie, surely you're not blaming Andy, Nellie. I mean, Andy's hombre. He's my fide Socrates, a man who knows my faults yet loves me in spite of my virtues. And best friends do not run off with best friends' wives.
Once upon a time, there was a place called Camelot, where lived good King Arthur, little Queen Guinevere, and good King Arthur's very best buddy, Lancelot.
Yes, all right, Teach, all right. Whoever, whatever, however. However, the point is, as far as Susan and I go, and I mean, that's the point.
I missed it. What's the point?
I just told you.
Maybe, but have you told her?
I mean, can you imagine your own wife seducing your best friend?
Barty, have you told Susan?
Oh, I think Susan knows, Nellie. She doesn't need me to tell her.
Barty, I think you and I are going to have a little talk.
Certainly. Of shoes or ships or sealing wax.
How about whether pigs have wings? Barty, given the present situation, what exactly are your intentions?
Oh, utterly and completely dishonourable.
That suits me, but what about your wife?
What about the workers, Jim?
Oh, Barty!
Give it time, Nellie. In good time. Isn't there any more relish?
Give it time, he says. I've given it nothing but deleted time. And what have we done in the time that I've given it? Nothing. Or if you prefer it in the vernacular, sweet Fanny Adams. We haven't even done that.
When I was small, I used to think that the vernacular was something that carried you up mountains. Vernacular, vernacular, vernacular.
Barty, can't you be serious for one moment? Every time I talk to you, every time I want to say something to you, you fool about. I mean, why? I mean, what are you afraid of?
Everything. Next question.
I'm more interested in the next move.
Knight to Queen 2.
This mate?
Well, it's your move.
I concede. Oh, no, not now, Barty. I have to get back to school.
Oh, dash it, Watson, foiled again.
It's all right. We'll have a lovely, sexy dinner this evening.
Goody.
I'll cook you something you really like.
Oh, and then?
Oh, I don't know. We'll think of something. And if we don't, we can always go to bed. Usual time, because I promised to take some of the kids to Ham Common this afternoon if the weather clears.
Oh, I'm not doing anything this afternoon. Teach, can I come too?
Okay. Yeah. I don't see why not. All right, meet me in the school in an hour.
Tremendous.
On one condition.
Oh, anything.
You pop round first and have a little chat with Susan. Kisses.
Bum.
I think you might have given me some indication that you were there, that you were listening.
Well, if I'd done that, I wouldn't have heard anything. I wouldn't be any the wiser.
Well, don't you think it's a little underhand, Barty?
Ha!
I think what's really galling you is the fact that it was Andy.
Well, of all the people to go and throw yourself at.
It takes two to tango.
But only one to lead.
I did not throw myself at Andy.
Well, how do you know you can't remember anything? Oh, gosh, I'd have made a terrific lawyer. I don't know, Susan. You know, I've been a very good husband to you. You can't say I haven't. I haven't been unfaithful.
Haven't you?
No. Not yet. I've been faithful, industrious, and dutiful. I haven't asked you to attend orgies or indulge in group sex or dress up as a chicken. I've been a bad husband.
I know. I'm sorry. So?
So?
Well, you said earlier that you thought that because of the way things had been going and now because of the way things had gone, we were going to have to do something.
I did I?
So what exactly is it you suggest we do?
I'll tell you exactly what I think we ought to do, Susan. I really think we ought to have another think about everything. And that's what I think we ought to do. I think.
All out?
Yep, even little Eddie.
Oh, thank goodness. I was a bit worried about him on the way down. He's so pale. He looks as if any moment he was going to throw a map. Do a rainbow.
Oh.
He's obviously feeling better now, particularly if he's nodded off. Oh, that was nice, wasn't it?
Lovely.
Just like being married, really.
Don't you believe it now? It's not a bit like being married.
Really? Apropos of which, how did you make out with Susan?
Fine, fine.
What did you say to her, Barty?
That's what I said I was going to say to her now.
What exactly did you say to her, Barty?
Exactly what I said I was going to say to her now. And would you mind stopping, please?
Why, what's the matter?
That map you were talking about, I think little Eddie's just thrown it all down my back.
We didn't throw a map, Barty, through the whole atlas. Hang about, I have some old clothes in the boot.
Oh, it's even gone down the back of my trousers. You don't seriously expect me to put on one of these?
Barty, don't till we get back to London. Danny LaRue, eat your heart out. Come on, we'll have you washed and dried and as you were before you can say knife.
I'm sure little Eddie's mother recognised me.
Of course she didn't. Come on.
Okay. Hang on, hang on. Isn't that Susan's car?
Where?
Over there. Oh, don't look now, but here comes Susan! What on earth is she doing here, Nellie?
Don't ask me, Prof.
Wherefore now all the luggage?
Like I said, don't ask me. I think perhaps I'd better run you home. You promised me you were going to tell her, Barty.
I'll tell her, Nellie, when you tell me what Susan was doing staying at your flat.
I'll tell you that when you tell me why you didn't tell her, Barty.
Because... Oh, no, no! Because, Nellie, because it was terribly difficult, Nellie, that's why. Because Susan got dreadfully upset and cried most dreadfully, and she got dreadfully hysterical, and she pleaded dreadfully for one last chance and everything. Will you please help me get out of this dress?
Why?
Why? Why? Because Susan could be back here at any moment. Oh, my God, that could be her now.
No good about it, Barty boy, it is Susan. I'd better be off.
What are you talking about, Nellie? Nellie, you're not going anywhere till you get me out of this dress.
But it could be very awkward, Barty. I mean, you haven't told her about me. Surely the last thing you want is for Susan to walk in and find little old me here. I'll let myself out the back.
Nellie, please, just undo the zip.
If you promise to tell Susan...
Nellie, please.
Oh, hold your arms up.
Oh, quick, go.
There.
What do you mean there, Nellie? Nellie, I'm stuck.
I know, I was dashed.
Oh, my God. Helen, how did you know it was me?
I'd recognize those legs anywhere. What exactly do you think you're doing?
Doing? Nothing, Susan, nothing.
Then why are you all dressed up as a woman?
I'm not, am I? Right, I am, good Lord. What happened was yes, I was changing the light in the dressing room, went out and was taking my shirt off. I must have got one of your frocks. That's what happened, the light in the dressing room.
That is not one of my frocks.
It isn't.
You wouldn't get into one of my frocks. Oh. What about those revolting tights?
I can explain, Susan.
No, don't. It's quite obvious. So, this is what you get up to when I go out.
I'm sorry?
This is what the dutiful, faithful, industrious husband does. This is what the whiter-than-white, holier-than-thou husband who doesn't attend orgies, indulge in group sex, or ask his wife to dress up as a chicken does when he has a few quiet hours to himself. He dresses up as a woman.
What are you talking about, Susan? Do I look like the sort of person who dressed up as a woman?
Yes! Pathetic. Oh, and for your information, all that you think happened last night between your friend Andy and me didn't. Andy rang me up, told me he was only teasing. Apparently that's Andy's idea of a sort of joke.
A joke?
Yes, joke. I don't find it particularly funny, but apparently it's the sort of thing that breaks Andy up. But as for this is something I could never find funny. No, I'm sorry, Barty. The one thing I could never do is stay married to someone who has to dress up as a woman.
Oh, Susan, don't be ridiculous. Susan, come here, Susan. Susan, there is a perfectly logical explanation. Susan, you see, I was out in this car this afternoon with all these children, and one of them was Uncle Dick all down my back, and I had to take all my clothes off. and the person I was with let me one of his dresses that was in the boot of the car, his wife's dresses that was in the boot of the car. That's why I'm all dressed up like this, Susan.
Married love seems very tame for Elizabeth, but things are about to change in Upstairs Downstairs here on Plus. Whilst over on Breeze in a few minutes, The View.